Coffee with Coach, Week 10, Season 2. Here we go. Boone Week. The barrel's here, Coach.
Barrel's here. Actually, Week 11 of the season. Week 10 was our bye week, so it's our 10th game, officially Week 11 in the high school football calendar.
Right,
so
but for us Coffee with Coach people, it's Week 10.
No doubt.
And I mean, I heard Coach Duke dressed up as me at Halloween. So when I heard he was doing that, I took him a Sharpie so he could sign some autographs. And, you know, when he's out in the mean streets of College Park, you know, and he was signing off some autographs. Mr. Lesher, who were looking nice. I heard about it.
Very famous guy in College Park.
Oh, man, yeah. Like, look at me. I'm so famous. So it's Boone Week, Week 10 for Coffee with Coach, Week 11. Thank you for the correction. Good coaches are always correcting. Good teachers are always teaching and correcting, too. You ever notice that? Like, I got friends that are teachers. Now teachers just want to teach, you know.
Yep.
It's in our blood, and I think coaching is basically teaching.
It is.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about some history. Let's talk a little bit about Boone and the game this week, the actual, game, and some other things. Coach, how many undefeated seasons have you had at Edgewater High School?
We had one in the 2022 season. The regular season was an undefeated season.
That was the first one?
Yep. And before that,
Regular season.
Yeah. Before that, it had been since 1972.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this would be back-to-back undefeated seasons?
If we can go play well and get a win tonight, it would be back-to-back undefeated regular seasons. Yes. So.
Do you know your overall record as
I
a
do
head
not.
coach at Edgewater? Seventh year? 6th year?
7th year at Edgewater.
Oh
yep.
my gosh, you've been here that long. You got 8 more years in you.
That's
It's
right,
good.
at least.
8 more years. You know why? 8 more years, Mr. Lesher rides off into the sunset.
There we go.
Like that movie, The Usual Suspects, you know, at the end when the guy drops the little cup and it shatters on the ground and he figures out the whole thing, and then the guy's gone, Kabayashi or whatever his name was, and he's just gone. You ever watch that movie?
No.
You gotta watch that movie.
Right.
The Usual Suspects, and you gotta go to Stazio's too. Shout out to Stazio's Deli in the Milk District. I hear that the owner, one of the sons, is an Edgewater grad. So Coach Duke's gonna come in there for breakfast. The best breakfast sandwiches I've had in Orlando.
All right. I love breakfast.
On a roll, like New York style deli, like
Yeah.
you don't have to sit down and have a waiter or waitress. Just the kind of place Mr. Lesher loves. And afternoon, I went twice. I liked it so much. And then in the afternoon, I had pastrami and grilled onions.
Sounds really good.
Oh my gosh, it was
Stacio's in
Stazio's in the Milk District.
Milk District.
Yep.
All right.
You get ready. Stazio's in the Milk District. So, I don't know, I got sidetracked, but that's okay. And I wanted to wear my new hat. You like my new hat?
Do good.
You know Cotopaxi, Coach, this company?
No, but I like
They're
it.
super cool. It's kind of like that they let their artists that are the factory workers mix and match the cloth and what they use, and they make really cool bags and things.
Right.
To give their workers a little bit more. It's an American company.
Nice.
It's very cool.
I do like that hat. Do good.
I'm cool, so we're cool. We're all cool. All right. So Boone history. What do you know? Let's test Coach. Coach, what do you know about this history of Edgewater High School in Boone? How good has your history become?
There was Orlando High School. There was one high school. Actually, there were 2 high schools in this area, but Orlando High School.
Well, and what building? For those that don't know, what building was the original Orlando High School?
If you go to Howard Middle School, right there in Thornton Park, that's the home of the original Orlando High School. You'll see the OHS actually on the side of the building, still there. And then in 1952, the school had grown and the city had grown a little bit. They actually split into 2 schools. They were going to be called Orlando North and Orlando South. We were going to be Orlando North, and the school that we're playing tonight was going to be Orlando South, which of course ended up being Edgewater High School, which was Orlando North, and then Boone, which is just south of downtown, which was going to be Orlando South. So Orlando High School split into 2, into Edgewater and Boone, and then 1952. As you see, I have this 1952 club hat on. That is the 1952 club is our booster club here for all sports at Edgewater, and when the school, Edgewater High School, was founded. And this game's been playing. Edgewater versus Boone has been played since 1952. So you want to talk about great history, great rivalry in the state of Florida. One of the older rivalries in this area. So we're excited to take part in it again tonight.
So that means we're coming up on the 75th anniversary.
Yeah, when is I need to know that.
52 plus 5 is 7.
Yep.
So 27, right?
I think 27 will be
26,
75th.
27, maybe
Yep.
26 season or 27 season. I don't know. I'm not a great mathematician.
And they've been playing for this thing since then.
And what do you know why it was a barrel? I don't even know why it was a barrel.
I do not know why it was a barrel, but all the scores have been posted on here from 1952 until now, which is exciting. This gets presented to the winning team at the end of the game, and that team keeps this barrel in their possession at their school until the next year's game, until there's a winner decided. So,
is there an overall record on here?
There's not. I know Edgewater has a pretty solid lead on the overall record. But it's not on here. But this is an artifact right here. This is a piece of history, and we got to be real careful with it. But our guys, they know what they're playing for. They see it at practice throughout the week, and I think there's a picture at my house where I'm holding this up from the 2020 season, and it's in my living room, and it was a special night.
That's the one with your family in it?
Yep.
He looks cute in that picture. I have that picture saved on my phone. It's a very good picture.
But it's one of those things. It's an incredible game. I think it's one of the best atmospheres there is for high school football in this area in the state of Florida. It's a program and a team that we have the utmost respect for, but we want to do everything we can to go try to find a way to win.
I like it, Coach. Eagle side up. Is that a tradition? Is that what you do?
Yep.
So whatever team is
I've been told that many times by our alumni that are on staff and others, make sure when we're putting it up that it's
Eagle side up.
Eagle side up. So, but yeah, you can take a look at it. I mean, it's great. I mean, this thing is you got to be careful with it, but it's got all the scores of all the years, barrel, Eagles.
Who paints the next
Braves.
year's score on?
Miss Lopez has done it in the past, who's been here for a long time, and we'll have hopefully a few more spots right over here painted once we're.
Get a couple more.
That's the plan.
Are we on the bottom of red? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, red's over here, but you want to keep it up. I was told. Yeah.
So we got a couple more years here.
Yes.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go 5, 6, 7, 8. So about 8 more years goes to right here, Coach.
There we go.
That's where the 8-year mark is.
Okay, good.
So you're under contract till there, 8 years. So that's
sounds good to me.
All right, let's do it. All right. So what else is going on? Did you trick or treat, Coach?
So Halloween was this week. We took our 2-year-old. She kind of knows what's going on. My 7-month-old does not. She didn't really enjoy her costume. She got out of that pretty quick. And so we were in the neighborhood right here in College Park. It's a great place for Halloween. People are trick-or-treating, and there's always events going on. So we were out for a little bit, but our time at our house, bedtime comes pretty early. So we weren't out late, but no, it was a great night. Coming off the bye week, we were very intentional with having our bye week, week 10. That was great. We were able to get away as a family and spend some time. And there was where we were, they did some Halloween stuff as well, which is over on the West Coast.
What did they call that? A Hollow Weekend?
Hollow Weekend, yeah, I guess that's the thing, yeah. But we're intentional with that bye week. We're hoping that we going into the season, we want to put that bye week late to get our guys some rest, some recovery, to get them healthy. Heading into this game, which is extremely important for us as a program, and then also heading into the playoffs. So I thought the bye week was a really successful week. I was proud of our team, and I was proud of our players, and we got better last week, and then we got some rest and recovery. And then we've had a good week of practice in getting prepared for Boone. And we hope to go play really well tonight on the road, which they have a great environment for high school football.
I do not want to go over there.
Yep.
I don't like it.
I understand.
Halloween, Coach, I have this idea. I want to put it out there, okay? I think we need, because, kids need safe things to do. And these high school kids, some of them, they're like 17 years old. They're like giant children, and they want to go trick or treat or run around and be silly. So I think to give these kids another option, we do a marching, almost like homecoming style little small parade where we have 10 kids from the band,
right,
and they play their horns as loud as they can and drums, and they bang around going through College Park. We have football players, and we have cheerleaders, and we put Edgewater High School on the spotlight in College Park for Halloween.
I like it.
because College Park has the best Halloween in Orlando. I'm throwing it down. I had a Winter Park friend with little kids, and I said, man, College Park's the best. The neighborhood is so good for Halloween. And he goes, well, it's pretty good in Winter Park too. And I said, can you guys at least give us Halloween? You can give us football.
That's right.
You can give us football for sure, and you can give us Halloween too.
There you go. I agree.
So Winter Park, can you give us Halloween, and can you give us football? No. You don't have to give. We take football, so that's just the way it is. All right, what are we going to see tonight, Coach? What do these guys do on defense? They stack it up? And
they stack it up. They run the 3-3 stack or a 3-5 stack. They're going to try to bring pressure from all over the place. They run some different coverages. It's an aggressive style defense. We've been preparing for it. We've been fortunate to have played this style of defense this year, so I feel like our guys are prepared. We got to, when you play good offensive football, there's a couple things you got to do to go and be successful. Number one, you got to protect the football on the road against a rival. You can't turn the ball over and expect to win. We have to be able to win in space, right? That means you got to be able to win one-on-one matchups. You got to win if you get a situation in the run game or pass game where it's a one-on-one opportunity that we win that. We got to make sure we try to eliminate negative plays. That's sacks or negative yards in the run game, and you can't get penalties where you get behind the chains. And then the last thing is that you want to try to go and you got to create explosive plays. That's plays of 20 yards or more, either in the run or pass game. So we feel like we're going to be able to be balanced in the run and pass game. We got to protect the football well. We got to be able to win in space, and we can't give up the negative plays. We do that, we'll be very successful offensively. But it is what we call a stack defense, or a 3-3 or a 3-5 stack.
Coach, this is a rivalry game, and rivalry games are always kind of tough. I want this one to feel like I watched a little bit of the Georgia-Florida game in Jacksonville this past weekend, and I want it to feel like that. Rivalry games are always tough in the first quarter. So the orange and the white, like Florida, the first quarter they were like, oh, maybe it wasn't even the first quarter, maybe it was the first 4 minutes, I don't know. But they looked pretty good, and then the red and the white and the black just kind of took over. Georgia wears some gray too, so the colors even match up.
Yeah, it's a 48-minute game, and there's no doubt that you're going to have to go play full 48 minutes. And when you're on the road and the energy that they're going to have, a lot of times you got to sustain stuff early and be able to keep your composure and not press by any means and go and play, a full 48-minute game. But saying that, they are a good team. They are a district champion. They are a playoff-bound team, and they have good players, and they have a staff that knows what they're doing. So we're going to have a work cut out for us, but I think our guys are excited. They're ready. They're prepared. They're focused. I think coming off the bye week, there's a renewed sense of energy. There's a renewed sense of hunger. And I think the urgency and understanding what's at stake, they know. So,
well, I'm hoping that they can finish the job, and they can finish the job pretty quick, Coach. That's what I'm hoping, and Coach won't say it, but I'm looking at this barrel as you were talking, and there's not too many blowouts.
No.
And for me, I told my friends on the offensive line this week, for Edgewater, right now, the season starts week 11.
That's
and
right.
then the playoffs for 5 more weeks, hopefully, ending in a state championship with a barrel in a state championship. So that's 6 more weeks of football, and Edgewater season starts now. So
you and I are on the same page. They've been told all week this is a playoff-like mindset week. We're treating this kind of as the precursor to the playoffs, which we'll know who we're playing in the playoffs this Sunday at 10 a.m. They're doing a selection show. It's live online on YouTube.
Geez.
The FHSA.
That's fancy.
Yeah, so they will be doing that. But we'll focus on that when we get there. We're focused on the Boone Braves tonight, and going playing well. And like you said, it's a rivalry game. But that's awesome for our guys. I know our staff's excited, our players are excited. There's nothing sweeter than playing in a packed stadium against a rivalry.
I was spinning this barrel because I was trying to distract Coach, because distractions come in laughing in football. My water heater broke last night. Yeah, that's better than an air conditioner. I'd rather have broken water. I can live with cold water. I like a cold shower. Coach, why does it stop on 2020?
We got 2 scores we got to fill,
right.
21 and 22.
I got a white pen, Coach.
You got it.
I got a white pen.
You got it.
I got a paint pen.
All right, it's on you. Y'all hear it first. Coach Lesher, by tonight, we'll have this updated.
Man.
You take it with you.
Oh, dang. We
But-
walk it around a little bit?
Yeah, but protect it now.
Take it for a walk.
Take it for
I
a
like
walk.
That's one of Mr. Lesher's traditions at Edgewater. Our principals, all of our ex-principals hang on the wall, and I haven't done it in a while. But I used to take principals for a walk, and I would take down a picture off the wall, and I would walk them around. I'm taking Dr. Shanoff around a little bit. It's nice. All right, I didn't get any number one fan questions, but let me tell you what, that guy did email me. He is super excited about the playoffs. We're going to get him a shirt. This is number one fan.
I saw him.
Coffee with
I
Coach.
saw him this week. He came
You
up. to
saw
me.
him? You
Yeah.
know him?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we know Mr. White, Mr. Red, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Black. Number one fan will be on the sideline. I'm going to work on making it a special night for him because he's a pretty special guy, and the energy he brings to this school is amazing. I
Yep.
love him being around. I love his smile, and he makes my day better. And any child that makes my day better, I love him. So we love you, Mr. White. Looking for you in the playoffs, but first we got to get through Boone tonight. Closing comments, Coach?
You know, let's get our fans, our alumni out tonight. You know, this means a lot to a lot of people, and for good reason. And you know, two great schools, historic high schools here in the area. Both have really good communities. It's going to be a great night. I think the Eagles are going to go play well. That's my prediction, and hopefully we can go find a way to take the win. It's going to be tough, but you know, I think it's going to be something that's hopefully going to set the trajectory for us as we finish out the regular season, heading into the postseason. And we need every Eagle there, not only tonight and of course next week as well in the playoffs.
Next week we got something special. If we do a playoff show, I don't know. I'm not pushing for it, but if someone tells me we got to do a playoff show, we're going to do something different.
We should do it.
We got to do something different.
I like it. We'll see y'all tonight. And Mr. Lesher, thank you as always. Eagle.
Pride.